pickup truck and head on over. He's heading from a crummy apartment block near the outskirts of Touristville.
Touristville is in Redmond, so you are going to go through. How are you getting there? Are you going to take the long way, or are you going to go through from Redmond to Bellevue?
Safest way, depending on how much time I've got.
Well, that's. So, what are you asking about safety? Is the question here? Because it's totally safe to go through Bellevue. Are you going through Bellevue? So I'm not going to metagame. Are you going to go through Bellevue, or are you going to go through all the way up and around through Snohomish? I think that is.
That's Snohomish.
It's a character. I don't know Seattle basically at all, so I'll just go.
There's a map on the hub, but you can just say if you're in Touristville, you're in the Redmond Barrens. You're in the Redmond Barrens right next to an area called Bellevue. You can drive into Bellevue and then over a bridge into downtown, which is actual Seattle. So all of these are actually like the suburbs around Seattle. Actual right. Seattle is downtown. So you can definitely do that, but I'm going to need an edge roll because you are going from Redmond to Bellevue, and they've been bombed by people from Redmond multiple times in the past couple months.
How bizarre. Okay. Great. 5.
Yeah.
Yep, okay, and just double checking your sheet. You are a human. So, and what kind of stuff do you have in the car?
Based on the height security, I'll just be carrying a machine pistol, which I have a license for. I'm not going to take any tactical gear. I'm just wearing regular clothes.
All right, so nothing's in. Do you have? You don't have a what? What kind of rigger doesn't have a
Rigger.
smuggling? Or what kind of driver doesn't have a smuggling compartment? Or any person? All right, whatever.
I have Dodge too. Where would you expect to hide in it?
I know. I'm so mad
one who didn't have a lot of money.
Yep. Okay. So you totally with human and one edge. You're slowed down a little bit, but you can totally get through. Next person is Junk Prince. How are you getting to downtown, and where you come from? How's your Dodge getting there?
I have my Dodge Stoot, and my apartment's in Redmondton. For you, I can go through Belleville to get there.
Your apartment's in Redmond.
REN ton. Oh,
Renton. That's a different place. That's not the same. So you actually don't have to go through Bellevue.
Okay, I don't. Sorry, I'm all right, never mind. I just take the safe route, wherever that is. Sorry, I'm not redoing my maps. I don't have a map in front of me. I should actually load up my map.
Yep. So you're gonna take the path from Renton, which is through the south. You actually could go through Bellevue, but you actually border downtown. So I would just.
Just don't south. Sorry, I'm not confusing my map locations.
Yep. So you're gonna go from Renton just straight into downtown, get on 5, and go right up. Okay. Next is Crayon. Who is Crayon? What's he doing?
Should I just finish up? Right.
So you can make your rolls while he's doing that.
So that's the thing here. I actually forgot to think about where he's exactly gonna live. So I would say you tell me that. Someone to be
if you don't mind me here, Tathan. What's your lifestyle, Mr. Crayon?
Low.
Your lifestyle is low. So what you could be doing is you could be living in Tacoma. The first thing that pops up into my head when I'm picking low lifestyle is Edgewood. That's on the edge of Tacoma. It's not that great. It's security rating B, I think, in the area. It could be C. I'm opening up my Seattle map right now.
Yeah,
so
there's low in Bs anyway. You could also be in Everett, which is where most of my characters come from. It doesn't really matter. It's more flavor, and just picking a spot. What type of metatype are you?
Sorry, what type of what am I?
Are you an orc, human?
Oh, human.
Yes, it doesn't really matter. You can be anywhere you want. Why don't we just say you're not going to be in Redmond? So why don't we just say you're not coming through Redmond? I'm not going to make you roll anything for now, and you can look into some stuff later and actually pick
Okay,
one that
sure.
makes sense for your character instead of like forcing you to rush it now.
Yeah, it's no problem. I'm actually okay with doing it sort of random, and you tell me.
Yeah, we can figure it out. I'll make a note of it. We can figure it out later. Why don't we just say Tacoma sounds great? So why don't we say you're in Edgewood?
Okay, cool.
So you are now in Edgewood. That's where your low lifestyle is. Okay. So you're coming from Tacoma. You can come straight up into downtown. Next is Dark World. So Dark World, where are you living at?
Somewhere in the northern Barrens. I'm thinking maybe around Hollywood, if that's livable as a low lifestyle.
In the Barrens? That's yeah. I mean, lifestyle's a little too like you like are the king of the Barrens if you're in a low lifestyle.
Okay, maybe closer to Touristville then.
Yeah, Touristville sounds like a good place if you're on a low lifestyle.
Yeah, that's like the only low area of the place. If you
I
look at
believe-
so
I
basically
believe-
you look at security ratings, and if you look at security ratings, basically there's Touristville, and then there's a bunch of E and Z, which are like squatter and slums. So Touristville is the only really C, and that's at it's in Redmond. It's at the border of Redmond and Bellevue, actually, right near the wall.
All right. So, yeah, let's say I'm around there.
Sure. So you're gonna have to roll me edge because you're gonna cut through Bellevue.
All right, opening the right tab again. Flip, flip.
So the
Oh,
good thing
good
for you is
lord.
that you don't. First of all, you want to add the greater than 5 at the end of that from now on, just to make it easier on yourself to count the hits that you didn't
Yes.
actually get this time. The other
Uh,
good thing for you is that there is no such thing as a glitch on an edge roll.
Yeah, I just want to say,
Excellent.
Unless
holy
There's
crap.
also no critical glitch.
That is
Unless the
correct.
game- Unless
I
the DM,
believe that's gotta be the worst roll today.
unless the DM is particularly nasty, in which case, yeah.
Well, no, there is no critical glitch in an edge roll, but generally when you're rolling an edge roll, you're going to be lucky, and when you don't get any hits, you're unlucky. So, you're unlucky. You're gonna get stopped. By people. They're gonna delay you. You're gonna be a little bit late to the meet. Do you have anything illegal on you?
I have, well, unless they have the equipment to scan for an adrenaline pump, I've got licenses for everything.
Perfect. Well, yeah.
Well, there's still a question. What are you bringing to the meet, though?
Like, are you trying to go
Oh,
into Bellevue
just-
with an assault rifle?
No, I'm in my Toyota Gopher pickup truck with a Fianchetti Military 100 and a 6-pack box of flash grenades.
Pardon me.
I'm assuming those are in the trunk, and you're gonna be fine with what you got on your sheet. Yeah, you can have anything you really have on your sheet. There's nothing really much illegal here. Okay, so you're gonna be stopped. You're gonna be a little late to the meet, but you get there. So now everyone, I believe. Oh no, Light Show, because I skipped him because he was doing his streamy things. Light Show.
So, I know you know this, but I'm going to tell it both for the stream and for the new players. I prefer to mention my distinctive style because we have a lot of different GMs, just so people know I have a distinctive style, negative quality. So, Light Show has a distinctive style that both his hair and his horns are LED tattooed, or it's fiber optics for his hair. And he also has a armor jacket, which on his back, with electrochromic clothing, is wirelessly running a image of a like 80s disco ball, rotating slowly, shining all lights, and with neon colors above the disco ball it says "Feel the," and underneath the disco ball it says "Beat," and this is pulsating in neon colors as he's going around, and he from time to time loves to play around with what's it called? The rest of his armor jacket with the electrochromic clothing. I am going to be going with Johnny Cab to the meet, and I am going to be grabbing my disco stick. And my disco stick is a LED-filled staff, which is in 3 sections with LED bars, which I can wirelessly control in different light patterns as I feel and please.
Yep. And did anyone want to get there particularly early?
I do, because this is the unusual one, and also I have distinctive style. I also have distinctive style. Stone crossbones, jet it, or some piece of jewelry on me. But instead of bones, it's tools like a screwdriver or a wrench.
Yep. So that can happen unless anyone. So you're getting there early. What are you gonna do there when you get there early?
Stand the matrix. Also, I need to finish up my crack sprite.
Okay. And is anyone else getting there early?
Yeah, Lou will try and get there about 10 minutes early. Not going to try and do anything special. Sort of just look for the emergency exit in case he needs it. But otherwise, he's just parking up, making sure he's on time for the meeting.
Okay, so after we do a matrix perception, which is we can get the rest of the team is going to show up, and then you guys can describe what you guys look like to each other, because you're all standing outside of a building looking like, well, crazy people in the middle of downtown. You can pretty much assume that you're the other runners, is what's going to happen.
I'm sitting there like a crazy person.
You're all perchance drawn to the, streaming light show of a disco party that is standing in the middle of the parking lot.
My character will now swear in his head that the light show is stalking him.
He's clearly corporate, probably Mr. Johnson.
Whatever you say, Yumi. Whatever you say.
Whatever I think, you mean.
So, what level sprite was this?
Level 6 tax, right? And this is where, woohoo, one you want success. I'm really good at compiling them, just not registering them.
Maybe try to roll more dice for that.
Do you know how I'm trying? It's not easy as a Technomancer. We're Tama starved.
Get good. Get good.
And this is another. What is this the same level as the other ones? This is what spread is this?
This is a crack sprite. So roll 12 dice.
You're doing this in the parking lot?
No, this is, and it failed again. No, for crying out loud.
He was doing it before he came. I just was trying to speed it along a little bit.
Yeah, so I apologize.
Yep. No, that's fine. So what?
I need to compile this thing. So that's it. So that's 5 tasks down to 4 tasks for re-register. I'll take the rest of the day to try and register it. So sorry about this.
All right.
All right. If that doesn't capture it, I don't know what will.
Hate to break it to you.
These B7 hits.
Woo! That means I got 10 tasks or services or whatever it is.
Sure. All right. So I'm assuming you said you were doing this before you came, but we're just rolling this now because we're not slowing down the run for Technomancer stuff. So you're at the meet. You see a giant disco ball standing in the middle of the parking lot in the form of a troll.
And like I said, I swear that troll is following me.
Yeah, I'm kind of standing in the middle of the parking lot, I take it, going from Nathan's perspective here, and just standing there, bobbing my head slightly. It's clear I'm listening to some sort of music, kind of going,
How did that go again?
Oh, it's not.
Okay, so what does everyone see? So Light Show is kind of describe himself a little bit. If he wants to describe himself a little bit more, if he's got anything else he forgot to say, kind of a thing. But
there's nothing really sticking out except for everything about him. So I don't really know. I mean, he seems to be tapping his foot in rhythm with the lights that are flashing alongside his arms.
And I'm assuming in the Matrix I can see the light flashing of his icons.
Yeah, you're probably seeing a what's it called, armor jacket and a comlink, and my disco staff. So yeah.
Resisted urge to thread distort items before Ron.
All right, so the next person is Luboom. What do people see when they see the Luboom?
When I'm quite done choking to death. Anyway, lost my train of thought. Yeah, Lou's sitting in his car and he gets out about 5 minutes before. He looks in it human, mid-40s, not mid-40s, early 40s, late 30s. A bit of a soul patch that he's probably a bit too old to really pull off these days. But he walks fairly swiftly, fairly smoothly, with a certain military bearing. He looks at the others if he spots them, but he doesn't pay them any particular attention, just acts like they're not there. Not out of any rudeness, just because, somebody might be watching. It wouldn't be very professional.
Oh, professionalism. All right. So, as you stand next to Light Show, and now Junk Prince, who's going to describe himself.
Better than average looking human. He's five charisma, short hair, wears a black jacket which has that stone crossbones thing, but with tools on it. Blue trousers. His outfit's cleaned up a lot bit since he's moved to a medium lifestyle now. And he's wearing and I believe. Can I wear the sensor thing on my wrist?
Sure. Is there anything illegal in it?
No, I'm just wearing it on my wrist because I have Stimlink, so I'd have access to it without having the wireless on mentally.
Yep. I mean, you can wear whatever you want. It's whether or not people stop you. But I mean,
yeah, it's not legal.
Without telling you that no one's going to stop you, if it's totally legal, I don't see any reason why.
Yeah, and little weird. And if you have high enough perception, and he's wearing earbuds, you're 42 with the number 42 written on them.
All right, and now Crayon. What does the Crayon look like?
All right. So basically, Crayon gets there a few minutes before the time. He comes in sort of nervously, looking around, and basically because we're in the Barrens, he isn't really wearing anything special. So he's there in like dark blue, blackish hoodie, with the hood over his head. Jeans and normal pants, normal shoes. Sorry. Basically, when you see his face, he looks like really pale and sort of as if he hadn't eaten for like 2 weeks. And he basically seems when he like straightens his hoodie a bit, you actually see how he's extremely thin and flimsy.
Okay, very good. And finally, Dark World.
When Dark World shows up, if he can find a spot in the parking lot to park in more than one space, he definitely will. He looks... He's 184 centimeters tall, dressed basically like a 1950s greaser, not that he'd know what that is. And he's got unnaturally pale skin due to the extremely dense dermal plating he's had installed, which he has then had tattooed with all sorts of black thorn motifs and solid black cyber eyes.
Is the wireless for the cyber eyes on?
He's not too bright, so probably, yeah.
I don't know. Make your matrix perception check that you were making before. Junk? Yep. So I assume they're not also running silent, are they? Can they even run silent?
Yeah, anything. If it puts out wireless, to know it to run silent. Where it doesn't have a sleeve rating, so if someone needs a perception check to try and see it, then it just automatically fails, and it's seen.
Oh, I should also mention the obvious right cyber arm. Lots of pistons, very industrial looking.
Sure.
Alright, if the wireless is on, I'll see them.
Yep, you totally see them.
So does everyone else.
I mean, and
I-
tell them to turn those off.
Kind of have to.
So I'm immediately going to make my way over to Light Show and say something along the lines of, "Dude, that is friggin' cool."
So Lightshow's just standing there, bobbing his head, tapping his foot along the line, and just going, and as you're approaching, he goes, "Huh? What's that?"
Just, dude, the horns, the coat, it's just awesome, dude.
Oh yeah, you know, I was looking for the what you call it in over here. You know, the dramatic flair. You know, so I was like going, what can a troll guy do? You know, and you know, you gotta wrap it to the hood. You know what I'm saying here right now. So what I was doing was I was talking to this guy Steve. You know, as he was me and we were bouncing together. You know, bouncing stuff. And he told, "Dude, man, them LEDs, them be looking mighty fine." And I was like, "Yeah, you know, sometimes, you know, us trolls, you gotta get them 5-finger discounts." And he kind of looks at his hand and goes, "Yeah, 5 fingers." And he holds up his hand towards you. And I was like, "Yeah, you know, that would be pretty cool because you can go boom." And as he goes boom, he switches and his entire armor goes bright white. He still keeps his distinctive style pattern on his back, though, for those standing behind him. And you know, I was like, "Yeah, this is some pretty cool stuff." Yeah.
Oh, I for crying out loud, turn it down, turn it down.
And it kind of fades back to the blackish armor it was before, with a slight grey hum.
Why do you just cause explosions already and tell everyone we're here? Don't do that.
Well, you know, we are here already, you know.
But we don't want to tell everyone that.
Well, then why is you be shouting?
Well,
I point out
want
the
to tell
rookie.
somebody, don't we?
I
'Cause
point out the
we gotta
rookie
get paid.
with the wireless cyberware.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
I recommend you turn those that off. People that hackers love to brick those things so you can't see or move and then shoot you in the head. And so I recommend you just turn them off now to avoid all that pain and suffering.
You know, if any fucking fragger be messing with my armor, I'm gonna be messing with their head. And if them users be a decker, I'm gonna push their deck so far up the excrement hole, I'm gonna be ripping them out.
So just add a character real quick. I think Hidden was Junk was talking to Darkworld because there actually is no point really to having, unless it's a specific cyberware like reaction enhancers, you don't get any benefit from having wireless on. And when you have wireless on, the hacker can hack your eyes and make you blind.
Which you don't want.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
So you can just say your
somebody
wireless off.
helps him and he's
I
not the brightest, so he could probably figure it out given 10 minutes, but if somebody says, "Push that button, now you're good," he'll have it off pretty quick.
I'm assuming his cyberwires are linked to his Tom link or whatever.
Yes, sir.
Alright, I show him how to quick redo it. And how to turn on the wireless for his cyberwires in the event that if it ever needs to be done.
Like, for instance, for CyberEyes, if you wanted to, like, broadcast what you're seeing to other people, that would be a reason you might want to do it.
Yeah.
All right. Darkworld claps him on the back with his left hand and goes, "Thanks, buddy."
I don't forward slightly until I only got a strength of 2.
You fall. Do you pass your phobia check?
Well, I only have a strength of 4.
I have strength of 2 though, so that's 2 more. So I don't forward slightly a bit after from the push. Oh yeah.
I'm kind of standing on the side, just looking between all of you.
All right. So now, I'm assuming you guys want to walk up into the office. It's, of course, on the 57th floor is where you told the meeting was located.
I'll look up. I think we should have come sooner.
I mean, it's the
I was
there
under
are
the impression
elevators.
that the parking lot was the meeting spot. So, but yeah, if that's the case, I guess the music was too good for me to just walk into the meet. So
Oh yeah, I used my split sound filter to filter out the music.
I'm not broadcasting the music to you guys. It's in my earbuds.
Oh, I thought you were bossing it out loud. Never mind.
Music is in the heart. All right, so you go into the office building, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yeah, head on up.
Just let me know if I see anything weird on the Matrix.
Yep, you don't see anything weird on the I mean, you see, typical office building stuff, tons of comp links and such like that, but not really anything, standard security stuff you see, but it's an office building, you're expecting all this. So, you get to the 57th floor, you walk into the office, it is seemed to have been adapted to a very Eastern layout. Sort of Chinese looking, you think. And then there is a man sitting in the room. He looks Asian, and he is speaking with what you think is a Chinese accent, unless you want to, figure that out.
I don't think I have anything that would help me
I don't
tell.
speak Chinese.
Well, he's speaking English, but he's speaking with an accent.
Yeah. It always helps to know the
Can I
language
roll
of your job.
music to see if I've heard any musicians, sorry, which with a similar accent and try to figure it out that way?
Sure, I'll let you do that. Roll music.
Oh, well.
Nope, you totally think you've heard some C-pop, which is Chinese pop, singer singing totally like this with that many hits.
All right, interesting.
So, the man is going to motion for you to sit down. He's at a desk, and there's 5 seats in front of him.
Who's our face? Or
You don't got
Are
one.
any of these or any of these shares troll sized?
The closest one to your doctor face is me. One dice in Shins and Tom.
oh god, this is going great. Mr. 2 Charisma here.
I know, but it's. I'm
So yeah, I'm
starved.
taking a share to sit down. I'm assuming if they're not troll sized, they're going to bust from my weight. But I am going to sit down.
I mean, it's a 6th world. They kind of just know to make chairs that don't bust when a troll sits on them.
Fair
To
enough.
be fair,
Fair
in
enough.
America.
I'll sit down, but probably not first.
L.
And since this is a stream, and I've tried this earlier, and I cannot do a fake Chinese accent without sounding totally bad, I will say this in English as I am talking, without trying to roleplay the character, but just assume I am speaking in a fake Chinese accent.
Close your
Okay.
nose, and it's okay.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. Good afternoon. My name is Mr. Johnson, and I have the task for you today. I would like for you to... Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on a second.
I was going to say, wasn't he Bostonian though?
Yeah, he's Bostonian. I'm mixing up my runs. He's totally... I can totally get Boston accent. All right.
We're entered the DM mid zone where we're doing 2 runs simultaneously.
Nope, you're fine. It still looks Chinese, but he's talking with a Boston accent.
Stuff.
All right. So we have a slight issue here. We have a problem with a corporation that thinks that they can mess with us. So we'd like for you to show them that they shouldn't mess with us anymore. I would like you to hack the comm link of one of the executive of the logistics branch of Ares Macro Technology. I would like you to send him this message, and he's going to pass you guys a data chip with a message. Also on that data chip is a program which I want you to install on the device that runs their logistics programs to give you, and it will give you the information of when a good shipment is coming in. I want you to just find the best shipment that you can find, and I want you to make sure it never reaches its destination.
What do you want us to destroy it, or do you want to? Are you okay with us rerouting it or whatever?
I want to send a message. I would like it to be a flaming corpse in the middle of a road somewhere.
Gotcha.
Can do. Bloodshed. Can we kill the guys? Do you want it less lethal? We can handle both.
As long as the car is blown up, I really don't care what happens to these gentlemen who chose the wrong corporation to work for.
Right.
Roger that, sir.
Out of character,
So we
though,
want.
I did not know it was possible to install a data chip's program remotely when hacking a comlink.
No, you're not. Data chip is you're just installing a message. You can read the message when you get out of the room, but it's basically just going to say, you'll read the message when you get out of the room. It's just, the only thing you're installing is a message, and then you're going to search you can search the host or whatever you want to do. Maybe go in physical infiltration, somehow figure out when the next shipment is, and then hit it. A high target shipment.
So we need to send a message to our Tom Link, then find out where the shipment is and destroy it.
Yep. Oh, and this is the planning board, so anything you want to, if you want to type here to remind yourselves later, you can totally do that.
Yeah,
you can also do it in your home on pieces of paper, but this is for your use if you want it.
Yeah, then someone type out our objectives.
Okay.
So right now, just add a character, just because we've gone a little sidetracked here. That's partially my fault. I was reading the wrong piece of paper. You need to install a message onto this guy's comm link. It's basically it's going to appear in his logs. And then B, find a shipment that Ares will miss, and make sure it never reaches its destination.
Preferably in exploding fireball.
Well, I can't send a message if you don't find out it's there.
Well, the lack of something is using the imitation of something.
Alright, so do you have, now that we're going back into character, sorry about that for a sec. Alright, so, do you have any questions for me?
Yes, what's the time frame?
Well, I really don't have a time frame. I guess it depends on when the shipment comes in that you want to hit. But realistically, you're not getting paid until afterwards. So I don't really mind either way.
You don't happen to be knowing this dude bro's name? I don't know what happened with my accent there, but sorry.
I don't know the dude bro's name. But I'm sure that his comlink will be obvious that it is the comlink of that individual.
What was his executive role again, out of character?
He's the executive in charge of the Seattle branch of the logistics of Ares Macro Technology.
Can I make a quick computer check while the meeting's going on to figure out his name?
You can, and then I'm going to have to think of a name.
Is there anything special we know about the shipment, where it's coming from, where it's going towards? Anything special we need to know about what's in it?
So I think I might have not made this clear enough. He doesn't even have a shipment in mind. He just wants you to hit a shipment.
We just need to find a suitable target and fuck it up.
Basically, just find out if there's anything and destroy it.
Shipment going
We
to
gotta-
or from Ares?
Cost
Yep.
them
So
money.
you totally, with that many hits, you totally know the guy's name.
Yep.
I don't want to.
Uh,
It's not my corp. I don't want to name the guy. So I will just, the guy's name.
Right.
If I build this up. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
John Doe.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, so do you have any other teams working on this?
It's just you lot.
Better, better. Okay. I did have a question, but I've completely gone blank what it was.
So Junk Prince, roll me a memory check real quick.
Okay. Memory. Which 13. Yeah, 13.
Okay, and then roll me 8 dice for your knowledge Japanese without the rewrite.
Round the rewrite. Right.
Yeah, it's 8 dice. So you get with that many hits, you get the feeling he's talking as if he has a Boston accent, but underneath you really think you think his true accent is actually Japanese.
Yeah. All those times watching anime is peeing off.
Oh god, what was that question I had in mind? Ugh.
Oh yeah, remind me to do a data search on our Johnson. Oh, which reminds me, I asked how much are we being paid?
Sure. So I, for this job, will pay you 10,000 new yen
Each or total?
each.
Each, yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
So from what I be gathering here, you'd be paying us 10 grand, but can't we cut out a deal if we be destroying some better sweet stuff from them be Aries? You be perhaps paying us a little bit more?
After all, we are hitting their bottom line. Shall I roll my negotiation?
Yeah, you can roll your negotiation with the two of you. If Lightshow wants to help, he can totally help. If he
I
can't,
got 6 dice in negotiation.
Yeah, I'm helping here.
I'm going to stay out of it. I can only hurt with my shitty roll.
I forgot to wait for light show. I got 2 successes anyway.
yeah, and then you can get more maybe later. So how many dice is Lightshow giving you?
You're able to pre-edge a skill without a rating in, right?
Yeah. You see T -1, I believe, though.
But he gets to add his edge.
Yeah.
All right, so roll 2 more dice. Since I think you don't want to add it to the limit, because you're almost 2 dice. Mental limit's high.
Woohoo!
Okay, so with
Joe.
4 successes, hold on, let me GM roll something real quick.
And he's going to destroy us.
Probably.
Let's get wrecked by the social adept, boys.
Please, first of all, he'd be a social. If he was a social adept, we'd be meeting in a sauna so that any tailored pheromones couldn't be affected.
And if we really hit it off, we could... Nah, never mind.
By the way, is this Johnson using tiered pheromones against me?
You don't notice anything.
I have a olfactory scanner.
Yeah, you're fine. You don't notice anything. So with that, he will say, well, since you're presumably to get this message onto the man's comm link, you're already going to be in the logistics host. If you could find me any actionable pay data, I might be willing to, depending on what it is, give an extra $4,000 each.
Can you specify the paid eater? What sort of paid eater?
So just anything another corp might find useful.
Okay. I'm assuming this will be an escrow.
This will all be an escrow.
That's fine. That's fine. That's what we got fixes for. And it's gone again. Fuck's sake. Oh yeah, that was it. You want false flag shit? You got a target you want to pin this on, or just have fun with it?
Well, I mean, I did tell you to send the message, so I don't really want another corp to be getting the
Get in the
credit for
drawer.
this. I'd rather just the corp that, this one.
Well, in some cases, you might want to blame it on another corp and not yourself in case of legal issues. But
That is a very interesting thought.
All right, we'll send a message.
Let me know.
You go
All
ahead.
right. All right. Let me know if you want to blame on another corp. So if you want to take credit yourself.
Okay, so are you guys leaving the room?
I'm assuming. Have you been excused yet?
You've been excused.
No, I have one.
If you don't have, you have more
Question
questions, you can ask them.
Yeah. How do we get in touch with you when the job's done?
He will give you a code to obviously a MetaLink.
Cool. Okay.
So is a metal.
Because you can smash them under your foot and it's only 100 new yen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay,
they're
change.
easily traceable.
Not if you have it attached to a host.
That is a brilliant one. I have to remember that.
Shit, what was it? Could be something useful and relevant, and I completely gone blank what it was. Yeah, that was it. One question. Does this guy have any idea that we might be coming for him?
Wait, what?
So
You know
this
what.
is I've told you we are trying to get revenge here. So they did do something to piss us off. Maybe they would anticipate that we would retaliate. I don't know. Maybe they think they were just going to roll over.
Maybe.
I asked him. I'll proceed this if the message make it look like it's from you. Just message me at my this pond hole blah blah. I give him a link to my burner, and tell me if you want me to when a reasonable time for him if you decide to want to bring it on another talk.
Okay. So with that, you guys are going to leave him with someone?
I'm assuming we're done here. So yep, time for the lead work.
Okay. So I'm assuming. Do you want to check the data chip for the message you need to send? So you can.
I put the data chip in my hand and I just read it from that since I got Stin. Can I read the data chip from just using Stinlink?
One of you can read the data chip. You can wirelessly, whatever. You can read the data chip. Somehow you can read the data chip. So what the data chip is going to say is, you think you can box with God, and God is of course not God as in the religious
The Grid
entity.
Overwatch division.
Yep, G capital letters with the dots in between, so it is the Grid Overwatch division. You mess
Are
with the
you
net, you're gonna
running
get
two
burned.
runs back to back that are tied to each other?
No, they're not. Well, this Johnson's gonna be the same. But back to the point. Because you don't know any of that. That's out of character.
Yeah,
It's
sorry.
going to say, you mess with the net, you're going to get burned, and then it's going to be signed Royce.
Okay then.
So, you get the... It's generally... Even though they never said Neonet, it's basically admitting that it's Neonet.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for Neonet. I bet. I better keep quiet.
Okay.
And you're working against Ares. Does anyone else have to keep quiet?
Nah, fuck Ares. I used to work for them, but I character obviously.
Oh.
But
Hopefully you don't
fuck 'em,
have
basically. I've got a sin, but not record on file. It'll be great. We'll just be in and out. It'll be perfect, and everything will be sunshine and puppies. Who am I kidding with? But okay. Oh, that was it. Thank box of God.
All right, so I'm assuming you guys you're gonna go somewhere else to meet for legwork. Where are you guys gonna go?
Anyone got suggestions? The only knowledge check I have is junkyards. So if you want to meet in a junkyard, I totally feel that.
I've got area knowledge Seattle. I guess we
I've
need
got
to just
bars
find
and clubs.
We just need somewhere we can sit.
So why don't you guys, the bars and clubs guy and the Aerodon Seattle, just both roll me something?
Yeah, 1 second. I need to get the page up. Skills. 5.
I got 4 successes for junkyards. That's the highest I've ever rolled from that.
Alright, and Darkhold, just remember from the future. Oh wait, did you put a space maybe?
Yeah, he put a space
Yeah,
in
he
between.
put a space.
Yeah, so no more space,
okay.
but that's 1 hit. Okay, so based off of the 1 hit and 0 hits, you're meeting in a junkyard.
I know, a really nice junkyard.
Question.
yeah.
Since the flavor of my fixer is that he's a DJ at some underground Tacoma clubs, would it be too much to roll a fixer check here to see if he can set us up with a VIP lounge where we can meet up for like 2-3 hours?
I know, nicest junkyards though.
Did you hear what I said? Testing? Is this on?
Yes, you are loud and clear.
Alright, I think I muted myself. Am I back?
Yeah, you're
You
back
are
now.
I hit the mute button on my microphone. You can totally do that. Did you do that? You didn't do that yet, but you can totally do that. And even if, that's totally in character. You have a fixer contact who is a club guy. That makes sense.
Is this a loyalty or a connection roll?
This would be a loyalty roll. Because you're asking him to do you a favor.
Unless you're paying him, in which case, yeah.
It would still be a loyalty roll. You're asking him to let you use his stuff, not ask him to do what his job is.
Unless
Alright.
that's his job. But...
So you totally can meet in. You would have been able to meet, either way at in the back room of one of his places. But you totally, you had a VIP lounge set up for you.
Alright, so we're not meeting in the junkyard.
Unfortunately.
So,
Alright.
I got this good friend of mine, and he's gonna be setting us up with a place, somewhere in Tacoma where we can, chillax and be talking out, So, you guys gotta be getting to this address until Light Show sent you, and you'll be fine. And I'm calling Johnny Cab and getting there myself.
I follow the tab on my Dodge Stoot.
Oh, you're gonna get laughed at,
in
boy.
my Toyota Gopher.
Sorry, what?
Apparently, I'm being the only sheep one here. Because I'm following my jackrabbit.
You did hear Dodge Scoot, didn't you?
Yeah,
don't
so
know.
he's gonna get laughed at these clubs.
Yeah, I mean, you
Park
might
around
have
the
to.
corner.
We'll see.
Look, I'm waiting for rid of 5.
All right. Yeah.
When we get there, I politely park in only one parking space this time.
Makes sense. All right. So everyone gets there. So the rest, all of you get in except for Mr. Dodge Scoot, who gets stopped by the bouncer. Light Show, you want to handle this?
Ho, where you think you be going, Hume?
I turn to Light Show.
Light Show's not there.
I followed Light Show. How could he not be there?
You could DNI Light Show and maybe allow you.
Don't know what you're on about. Ain't no Dodge scooters here. No, he just be saying scooters, probably. That sounds more street.
Where's it? All right then.
So you're probably standing outside of a basement, more or less, and there's a huge. I'm going to say this guy is an orc. And you see the way down into a cellar, and you can hear the techno pop. I preferably prefer to call it techno trog beating inside. I'm just gonna say you can deny me, and it's going to be resolved.
I'm just going to deny light show to tell him to let me in. I said I was right behind you, so I'm not sure how you got way ahead of me.
Well, a scoot and a Yoni cab is of different speeds. Anyhow, so you see the orc in front of you be grumbling in or set for a moment before he's like, "Alright, Scooter, you're cool." And he lets you pass.
It's a dodge. Yeah, I know. I just say I know it's a dodge do, but my avatar got completely re-wrapped last week, so I need it about.
So,
Cool
and
shit,
who had
Scooter.
the jackrabbit?
Crayon.
Crayon. So as you guys are arguing, Crayon walks up, and the orc just lets him in.
I
just kind of walk in, look back, and shrug. What's so hard?
Well, I'm just we're the best bit of fight when you need it, and just walk in. Is everyone in?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
No one else has a problem getting in.
You see Light Showby sitting on some sort of beverage in this VIP lounge, and he goes, "Sup? Took you so long?" As you all come in.
Traffic.
Trying to grow 2 feet.
You seem to already have 2 feet.
Yeah. Anyway. Gang all here?
I think so.
You're all there. You
Believe
can
so.
begin the planning of stages.
Alright. Pardon me?
So first things first, we gonna need to find out some stuff about this place and this dude, bro, his habits and stuff. If we gonna be hitting him.
I find a nice comfy seat to sit on. And
Yeah, they're
I
all
sound
super
feel-
comfy, like they're
music.
made for a troll.
Yeah. Actually, out of character, have we had any... Are we likely to have had any information on the people we're working with before we got there? Or is it just showing up?
I was about to do a search on the Johnson.
Yeah. Lou looks around and says, "Alright, so who's our Matrix guy?" I'm not going to bother doing a voice.
I put my hand up.
Make a
I'll be
perception
hand-
check. The guy who just asked for the Matrix guy.
Alright. Visual or just... flat?
Visual.
Cool. In fact, I have a macro for this. Why am I typing it in?
So with that, you don't see the guy raised his hand saying he's a Matrix guy. You totally don't see a cyber deck or like a bag that would hold the cyber deck or a data jack. But he's still the Matrix guy.
I take out a set of rolls from my bag. From my backpack.
Oh, whiz. The Matrix guy using Trodes? Sweet Fanny Adams. Great. Okay. No, fine. Whatever.
Actually,
Alright.
it's not actually nowadays. It's not completely out of fashion for the Matrix guy to be using trolls.
Fair enough.
Except a wireless data jack gives you noise reduction, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lou's ignorant, so he doesn't
All right, so
know
make
shit.
the roles of the Matrix and the finding of things stuff.
I just don't want to VR and message him. I'm not unconscious or anything, so don't try and resuscitate me.
Okay.
Is anyone adept following the Raven?
I am not.
All right, never mind. Or any kind of person magic following the Raven. I guess, but no.
I don't think we've got any mojo.
Nope, that's fine then. Okay, never mind. So there's
It's
nothing being drawn on his
stupid.
face.
I believe it's 3 to 4 Street Sams and the Hatter.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so hacker make hacking things happen.
All right. While he's busy doing his Matrix shit, Lou looks to us. All right. Well, while he's away with the fairies, I figure we can either we try and get. We need to get him to try and get in by the Matrix. If that don't work, we'll have to infiltrate. I can get hold of his comlink. I can do hardware shit.
Alright, I got 5 statistics for who the Johnson we're working for. So it's always a good idea to know your Johnson.
What do you just roleplay this a bit for me? Like, what are you going off of? His name is Mr. Johnson. He looks Asian.
I got a picture of his head, and I'm doing a matrix search for any pictures that match his.
And what level of search are you doing?
Level.
Did I say the wrong word? Rating level. You have to specify if you're taking a 30-second search or a 5-hour search.
No. The threshold is based on how hard the data is.
Yeah.
And then that.
But you gotta specify what you're trying to get. Is what I'm saying.
Public domain is.
I'm trying to just figure out who we're working for. So anything I can find, any information on the Johnson we're working for. That's what I said.
So that would be
who he is, blah blah blah, what he's been up to, maybe any news or back rumors, that sort of thing. Just general, yeah. Then any excess hits over the threshold determine the amount of time in half for each hit.
Yep. So I'm just gonna assume you're going for the most basic searches then. With that you get, it takes you no time to find it. But with the most basic searches, you also don't, it takes like 10 seconds. You don't really find anything.
You determine the threshold of it.
You gotta tell me the threshold you're searching for is what happens.
I don't know. It just tells you. I'll tell you. I thought it was you tell. It's very really varies between DMs.
The rules say so. Basically, what happens is you tell me how long you want to search for and what you want to do, because it's different than doing a Google search as opposed to going for actively erased stuff. If you're looking for actively erased stuff, you gotta do that. What you can do now that you found nothing is you can do another search at a higher threshold.
The threshold
waste time on finding the Johnson.
Yeah, the threshold in general it depends on the generability of the information in question and areas being searched respectively.
Yes, but you gotta specify what you're trying to find. You're trying to find just the base information about this guy, and you can't find any base information.
How in depth do you want to go?
Find out a bit about his talk from his work and what he's done, and and who he is. Yeah, which I thought would have done with 5. Sorry, I don't know how to phrase it other than that, and you seem to see it's a threshold 1. We're just been up now.
Right, so it takes different. You have to commit before you roll to what threshold you're going for, and then it takes that amount of time, no matter if you find something or not.
Right, threshold 3 then, since I can't hit a threshold 6.
Shh. Okay, from now on, you have to say it before, but I'll just let it go this time.
Like I said, this really varies between DMs, so
it really doesn't. This is how it's played. This is how the rules as written say it. But what you're gonna get with threshold 3, that's actually some kind of more secrety stuff. You are going to get that information that basically you're fairly certain he doesn't work for Neonet. You think he might be working for one of the Asian corporations, possibly MCT.
And the building we met in.
You knew that from before you went in was just that's a rental office space. So he rented that office, as most Johnsons do, and you've probably actually been on a meet with one before. They just rent an office space, they meet you, and then you pay by the hour basically. It's kind of like a Holiday Inn but for meetings.
Yeah. Okay. So I think he's working for MCT, right? Alright, nothing about and he messed with the net, so he's framing NeoNet for this.
Oh, and also, while you're searching for this, you also find, because you're trying to find stuff on this Johnson, one of the information he gave you that you probably tried to track him down through was that he was hit before. You totally find with your search, looking for this Johnson, that story checks out. Neonet was hit by Ares recently. It's all talked about in the back corners of the Reb. It's nothing official, but everyone knows that Ares totally hit Neonet.
Yeah.
So maybe he's trying to, you could possibly glean that he might be trying to frame Neonet for striking at Ares while striking at Ares himself, and
Which is
possibly get data out of it.
Which is Wayne to comment. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Why not actually following up on it?
So, and then from that, you also know just basic information you should just know out of character or in character for MCT is that they focus on drones. So that pay data you're looking for, maybe any drone data would be a good thing to have to know what kind of drones they're doing in logistics or what's your kind of ship.
Right. I messaged that to all the team.
All right, that's interesting.
I asked them, did they have any specific questions about what they want me to search? Also, I need to make some checks on the holster with a hat.
Okay, I guess it's in character as well. I think main priority is we need to know as much as we possibly can about this guy we're attacking, John Doe, and this place we might have to attack if we need to go on site. So as much data as you can get us on their logistics base, schematics, security documentation, what their secretary's favourite dinner is, anything you can find on that. Because if I have to sneak in there, I want to know what I'm sneaking into.
Right, so I already did the data search on the guy earlier, so we know who he is and everything.
Cool. Got to build that dossier.
Yep.
And all right, then the price will be down to if we need to. So I think that would be the threshold of limited interest and not publicized.
So wait, you're just looking for the place you're going to?
Yeah, any information about the place I'm going to, and about ethnic brands and all that.
Sure. So again, try to specify the threshold.
Sorry.
But this is obviously just going to be general, well-known information. I mean, it's a logistics center for a Big Ten Corp, so that's going to be just a quick search. That will be gotten fairly easily. You know the address.
Right.
You know where it is. You can kind of gander just because of all the nice notes about Ares that they're probably going to have a lot of physical security and guns.
A lot of physical security and guns, right?
I mean, the website that you're reading all this on has just like a picture of, a Tridio of a guy shooting another guy with an Ares Alpha and just eviscerating him. And then, just for good measure, firing the underbarrel grenade launcher and just making sure that the corpse burns.
That's true. That's publicity stuff, so that's a waste of money.
It's marketing. They're selling guns.
Yeah.
And they're selling a rep. Don't frag with Ares.
As a linguistic centre, so they can be reasonably defended.
Alright.
I would be surprised if they weren't.
Yeah.
The good thing we have on our side is we've got time. We can do legwork, we can track this guy, get his routine. We can watch the building, try and get their routine. They're professional shit. Walk around, sit in trucks.
Well, I can make
that good shit.
I can make the message appear on his comlink easily enough. That's not a problem. Oh, I might have to. The DM I might have to pick out the DM because it's one of the Technomancer weird things, which aren't properly explained.
Yep. Technomancer weird things are something I'm going to have to be helped with probably again. But I'm catching up a bit. Just Technomancers are like their own little special snowflake thing that are kind of annoying sometimes.
But yeah. So basically, what is you need to hit me. So I need to hack the host, and so I do matrix reception checks. So should we just say I work out all weeks rating? So the host I need to hack.
So I mean, right now you are in Light Show. Where is this? Where's your club guy based off of Tacoma?
My fixture's a DJ on several different clubs, but this club in itself that I just made up is in Tacoma. Do you want a specific place for it?
No. Just wanting to point out that you know that you're in Tacoma, and you know the address of this place, which I didn't actually give you a specific address, but it does have an address, and that address indicates that it is actually in Renton.
Great.
Basically, it's trying to get. It's only in a B zone, but it's in Ithaca, which is near the border of Redmond. Basically, you don't want to be in Redmond, right? But you want to be as close as you can to the highway, Interstate 90, that's coming into town if you are in a logistics center, because that's what makes sense.
So
you want to be the first place there because you don't want to have to come into town first.
So basically, the best idea for if we need to steal the shipment is to catch it right Bennington. I need to get my map up. I need to get my map up.
I mean, you do know when you see the map that there's the Tiger Mountain State Park, and you can obviously go near there, and it's like well away from anything, and you can totally hit it there if it was coming in.
We'll say
look at the map.
Yeah, Route 90 near Taylor State Park. I know where it is. Okay, I found it.
Depending on what we decide is the most valuable target, we might not even need to steal it. Just get on site, put some info in there, and blow it the fuck up. Get out again.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But yeah. I'd say have a look on Matrix, see what we can find about the guy, and do a sort of a recon to see if it might be feasible to hack into him. Probably is. If failing that, I can try and infiltrate and get onto his comlink manually through hardware. I've got the stuff to pull it off.
All right. Should we hack the comlink first, and then the price, or should we hack the price first, then send a quick message to the comlink?
Does anyone have common sense?
I do not.
I think it's best if we hack.
I should have taken it, but
I had to give it up to make the character work. Unfortunately,
it's probably better if we hack the host and destroy the shipment, and then send a message, because otherwise they'll put the shipment price on high alert.
Yeah.
Looks like you don't need common sense.
Yeah, I thought that was the best idea.
I'm not talking about notify. I'm just saying if you can, he may have information on his comlink that we can access. So if you can look without tipping him off, great. More information is better. If you can't, what the hell? Hacking him will probably be the easy part.
Hash file of the spike to. It's only detecting it. I was going to ask if I can use the hash power to move the file onto his comlink, but it only says about protecting it, but then the spike has to carry the file, but it's a persona and not a device, so I'm not sure how it can carry a file unless it's attached to a comlink.
So, I just want to, because this seems like it's giving a big issue, and I just want to clarify, because I'm thinking it might be a GM thing. So, realistically, it's not a file that you need to send, it's the message. So you could just send the message. It's that thing I just told you earlier. It's really it's like 3 sentences.
Oh, I thought you wanted.
Oh yeah, of course.
I thought you wanted to make it mysteriously appear on his comlink with no trace.
Well, it needs to appear on his comlink.
Sorry, that was my bad.
All right, I'll tell you. So
Yeah,
we can just send the message.
Yeah.
All right, so we don't have to worry about it.
I mean, just as a note, just to be a helpful GM, you don't want him to be able to trace it back to you. But
yeah, so in other words, as the second we get this guy's comlink number, we can use a metalink, send the message, and then smash the metalink.
Or I can or I can see if I can find a neonet comlink belonging to a neonet person, a cheap one, and send a message to him.
You're making this harder than it has to be, though.
Why?
If you're going to be rerouting and stuff, we just need to get his comlink number, and then we're set with that bit.
Yeah. You can make a perception that you don't need to hack him, you don't need to do anything special.
I just thought, alright.
Hell no, I mean, caution's good, but
Yeah.
I don't think that's a huge problem.
Alright, so basically, alright, I'll do a mixed perception on the host then.
Okay, and back to the original point. You're still in the club, right?
Yeah.
Unless
Okay.
someone's leaving, yeah.
Okay, just because if you're in the club, let me just look at this little table here I got.
I know, we're about to be attacked.
No, well, it's not an attack. It's the noise from being so far away from this place.
It's a host. They exist on the Matrix, so there's only noise in the area I'm in.
Oh, yep, you're totally right. I totally blanked on that. You're right. Yep. They can operate on the other side of the world.
One more suggestion, though, before we start in on the hacking thing. Or we could steal his phone, write it on the back, and then give it back. Even a technomancer couldn't track that.
The
Yes.
dude bro's got a point, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure a mate should track that.
Matrix is easier. Hell, this guy ran with brick to comms, routed a kit, everything. It was great.
Anyway, I got 5 successes. I'm assuming the host isn't running silent.
Nope, the host is not running silent.
Alright then, and just give me the 4 stats then. And actually, I bet there's one more question I better ask them once you've done that.
So, you want all 4 stats?
Yes, it's very important.
Yeah, okay. There's a little bit I'll tell you later, but yeah. So the 4 stats are going to be attack 4, attack 5, sleeves 4, data processing 7, and 6 is going to be its firewall.
So attack 6, sleeve 6, data processing.
Wait, no, because you said 6 twice. You did one wrong.
Yeah. Alright.
So attack is 5, sleeves is 4, data processing is 7, and firewall is 6. And those are 4 questions.
So attack 5, sleeves 4, data processing 7, and firewall 6.
4, 5, 6, 7. Do you have those 4 numbers?
I put them on the main board.
Yeah, alright, sorry about that. I don't know why I was having some trouble with that.
Yep, he's got it right.
Alright, one more perception check, just to make sure, because I know I've seen this in the host page.
You still have one more question you can ask. Do you want to use it?
Yeah, yes. Is it anything linked to the host? Is there another host linked to the host?
You do not see another host linked to the host. It just appears to be one host.
Okay, just wanted to check that.
Okay. Oh shit.
That's gonna be a tough one to track.
That's not worried about. It's this program that he wanted us to put on their system. Did he tell us anything about where installing? Was it on their accounts?
He said program, but he was not a very technically savvy guy. He just wants you. You notice when you saw the data chip that there wasn't actually no program. He just wants you to.
Oh, okay.
That was just he wants you to find a shipment. And
Right.
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah. So just find the shipment and destroy it.
Liberal large major.
If I can find some petty data.
Happy days.
Question though, did we actually get a blueprint or schematic or anything of the building we
No,
are
He's
perhaps
not
breaking
looked
in?
yet.
Okay.
Right. So either I can try and do a
He
data
hasn't even
set.
started hacking the host, so he doesn't have any kind of blueprint or anything. I'm sorry, what did you say, Junk Prince?
I think I can either try hacking the host, or I believe Top Shop might be able to get us the blueprints since someone
Nope.
did that.
You can use the common sense quality she provides though if you have blueprints, but she can't give you the blueprints.
Oh, right.
And that actually would only be useful if you were planning on hitting this place, which
Yeah.
you're trying to hit a truck.
Yeah, wouldn't it be easy just to find a truck and hit it on long route rather than hit it at the facility where they have more darts and pointy weapons?
I'm just thinking about Plan B. If you can't matrix us something useful, I might have to get on site, do something, put on a data tap for you, and then you hack in that way. So if we do need to go in, we should know
Tonight, how much noise penalty should I take for trying to see any devices there, and at the place where we're hatting, or are we going to hat?
It's a host, so
I want to see any of the devices outside on the matrix that are linked to the host.
yeah, you see tons of them, all kinds of comm links and such.
Is there anything on that near the outside of the perimeter, like electronic data something?
Let's see. So you're at a club. It's about 5 p.m. Nope, all of the wage slaves seem to be there. There seems to be one guy that's at a bar somewhere, but you're not sure why because all the wage slaves are still working. Yeah, link to the host, he's still not in the perimeter. As insofar as you can know that because you can't tell the physical location of things, but you can definitely tell that it has different settings, that it is not on site as opposed to the other ones.
Right, so there's one that's linked to the host but not on site.
It's not on the site of the logistics center. Obviously, the host doesn't have a location, but yes.
Oh, I'm doing perception next, so that's weird. What is it?
It's a comlink. And you notice that it's a better comlink than most people, so it's probably someone higher up, maybe.
Is that the Tom Link of the die we're? Is that the Tom Link of the die we're doing to hack? We have to.
I don't know. You want to hack the host, then hack the comlink and figure it out.
What's the rating of the Tom Link?
I think you have to percept it to that.
Yeah, I need to make a perception check.
He did make a perception check on it.
Yes.
And he had to hit it because it was far away, but he found it. Where is? It's a rating 6 device.
Damn. Can I find anything in its files that's not protected of the Tom Link that suggests this is a die we need to hack?
I mean, you'd have to hack the comlink to see the files, wouldn't you?
No, you don't. It's pretty weird. You can look in someone else's Tom Link and look at their files as long as they're not protected.
Right,
It's
but
weird.
who wouldn't protect their comlink files in the 6th world?
So if you protect them, you can't read them, so you have to unprotect them constantly. So is it anything unprotected? I'm like, it's really weird. It doesn't make sense. But I can browse someone else's Tom Link on the street and might be able to steal their music files or whatever. It's weird.
Fantastic.
You don't see anything at this point, but he doesn't. It doesn't seem to be very active right now. It's not, So no, not right at this second. You don't.
All
You
right.
can continue to watch it if you want, but not for right now.
Can I find what I've assumed to be an email folder?
That's certainly protected.
All right. What's the rating of protection?
I mean, are you gonna hack the comlink first to find that out?
No. I'm going to do a matrix perception check to see what the protection is, or should I make another matrix perception check?
You could just get his com code and call him. Just say, hi, spam call. What's your name, dickhead?
Yeah, but I
It's a bit of social
Just try-
engineering, perhaps.
No. I got a plan of this. This Tom Link check. What's the rating of the email file then, or of the email then, wherever it is? How well protected is it?
Well, I mean, it's protected by the host, right? Because it's
No.
the comlink slave to the host.
No,
You don't have
that's
marks on it yet.
No. I'm looking at the file linked to the Tom Link. I know it's protected by the host, but what's the file protection? The encryption is its own thing. That's not protected by the host. It may be resisted by the host to remove the protection, but yeah, Is there a rating 1 protection? 2, 3?
3.
Alright, and there's no data bomb on it, right?
Are you going
Don't
to
you
use
have
another
to be
question?
in the host to see
so
these things, though?
I'm using another question on it. I know it sounds convoluted, but I know what I'm doing in this one.
Yeah, except you're not in the host, so I'm not sure how you're doing all these things. You're not in the host.
Tomlink has files attached to it.
Right, so you can see the files, but until you get into the host, you can't see inside of the comlink. You can see that it exists.
But if the Tomlink's out on the world, so its files are attached to it.
Yeah, you can hack the comlink itself, but it uses the host's defences.
Yeah,
if it's
it just
to
uses host defences. Unless I get inside the host, in which case the host can't defend it.
Right. Well, yeah, or you can get, that actually works in the reverse. But yeah, again,
The files aren't located in the host.
You don't have a mark on the comlink though, so you don't have rights to it.
And that's not how it works. I know it's strange. Believe me, I would think it any other way, but you don't actually need a mark on the Tomlink to steal files from a Tomlink. You only need a mark on the files.
Alright, I can ask about this later, but I'm going to assume since you also thought before that you didn't need to know the threshold for the search, that's
like I
how
said,
it works.
every DM I had has previously has done it differently. And threshold. Some even home all it separately on how the searches work. So
may I suggest a 10-minute break?
Yeah,
it's actually at the hour and a half mark, so we should probably do that.
I'll look this. I'm just gonna get something to drink and look this up. Okay, it's not like I said. I'm just getting confused here because like every DM I've had so far has done deep searches differently, so it's really confused.